G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and this is how to get the missable achievement, Don't Get Your Feet Wet, after defeating Rahab, if you've already beaten it and you've already gotten past that boss. Now, a lot of us have that issue. We beat Rahab, didn't realize we missed the achievement, and I thought I'd try an experiment to see if I could actually get it to work after the fact. So this does require PC Steam. I can't say that it'll work on PlayStation and all the rest of that, but you will need to use the debug menu. So just be aware of that. I did show how to access that in a previous video regarding night cycles. So just have a look at that. So I have 4 saves here. My first one's my main save. Second save is the save I'm going to be using. Third save is my nephew's save, and fourth save is an experimental one that I am going to get rid of. Now, why is there no sound in this video? For the simple reason being, I was messing with my audio, forgot to put it back before recording, and you can barely hear me. So I've just loaded into the game, and I was using this as an example to prove that I had to go fight Rahab, Zephon. Unfortunately, you can't hear it, so you can't pick that out. Alright, so we're going to use the debug menu a couple of times. First time is here. So we're going to go into levels. When my thing goes up, yep. And you're going to go into LOK, and I'm assuming that was the test name for Rahab's territory before it became Rahab's territory. So LOK 1 is the area we're going to go into, and that's our starting point. So this puts us just before the ship. So this is just after all the rest of the story. I'm not going to go into it. But we go forward here, and there's the ship. So, from what I understand, if you touch that water in the material realm at any point between now and the end of the achievement, you just voided the achievement. You can't get it. So, as long as you're in Spectral Realm here, you are fine. Just make your way across to the boat, make your way up the top, and then you just climb up in your cliff and head around to the door. Alright, so we take the moment here, we phase back. Now, if you were doing a legitimate playthrough of this, you would just go through that door, activate the portal, and save. So this is your starting point if you fall down. Unfortunately, I had to go through this several times because I kept falling down and had to re-record my intro all over again. Now, we are going to go back into the debug menu again. So we need 2 things now. We need the Raziel's menu. We need to reactivate pass-through gate, wall climbing, and force. For some reason, activating wall crawling activates the Soul Reaver. We will also, because I almost forgot, oh, by the way, here's proof. I've lost all my abilities by doing this. Time of day menu, as you can see, it's already 1. I changed back and went back to get the lighting back. So now we're going to go into Rahab's territory. And of course, we just run through our nice little corridor here. Alright, so this is basically the intro sequence. I skip it because there's no point listening to it. That's not what we're here for. If you notice in the windows, Rahab's stained glass windows are still there. So I haven't beaten Rahab yet. Now this is the start of our challenge. If you land in the water at any point during this trip, you fail. Now you'll notice that Raziel's toes clip the water. That doesn't count apparently, because I got it anyway. Now, this is the first challenge. You have that Rahabian up there. Use force against him and get him out of the way. Because if he attacks you, his ability will knock you back in the water and fail. Start again. So I've just got these couple of Rahabians just out of the way. I'm not really worried about damage or anything as long as I'm not landing in water. And while I'm traveling here, I do not condone cheating for this game. It is an amazing game. You should experience it to the fullest. But for those of us who have either completed the game already and just have missed out on this achievement because of something so simple, this is my solution for you, which thankfully proved useful. Excuse me. Alright, second challenge. So I thought maybe I could get through this room by phasing into the material spectral realm and going past. That little corner bit that I just showed there is the only way to get out of that pit. So if you try the spectral way, it wouldn't work. Just be careful. There are some long trips here. Sorry about that. I was having a bit of a choke. Alright, now there is another Rahabium across the room, and you can see him if you go into first person. Unfortunately, I was starting to experience a problem. Now, I have my PS4 controller hooked up to my PC. It was starting to die. So I was able to get him knocked back. As you can see, you just make him out. Unfortunately, crosshairs are not a thing in this game, so it's a matter of experimentation. You just need to knock him back, because if you do not knock him back, and you try to go to that right pillar, he will knock you into that water. So I'm just trying to get him back as far as I can before my controller's completely kaput itself. I don't know if I showed the pause menu here. I think I cut it out. But I'm basically like, you know what, I'll be back. I just go charge a few minutes. There's the cut there, so I've just come back. I gave it like 5-10 minutes of charge. Gave it a few more pumps just in case. Skim across once again, skim my toes, nothing. But yeah, if he was close to that ridge, it would have knocked you in, and that's it, game over. Another one gone. Alright, so we're just jumping past these guys. Like I said, we're not doing this to try and fight them or anything. So we just need to get past them. Alright, so next phase section. We can't get anywhere in here. Because of the water. If you were stupid enough to go full pelt and just keep running, that's your own fault. You just invalidated your achievement. Obviously, all this, if you're doing this a legitimate way, you just do all this normally. You know, the only difference is if you fall into water, you just reload your save and you start back at the portal. Now, the one thing that, of course, is an issue with the Rahab's Zephelin's ability, you have to be in Spectral Realm to get up this wall. The second problem is there is a Rahabium in that water that has a tendency to jump up there. He did it on one of my attempts, and I couldn't get rid of him. I think he's actually... Did he make it there this time? I'm trying to think. I don't think so. So we went Spectral Realm, because if you fall down these here, it won't count. So you're basically in a more safe spot. The problem is with these beams, you can't quite see where your shadow is. So just be aware of that. But if you fall down, it's an easy solution. Then, of course, you phase back, because we're going to need to use the force ability in a second. A few more Rahabium that we don't worry about. We just need to get to the stained glass, get it out. Now, I almost screw up here. Take your time. It's the same thing as the things, but if you slip, you are done for. As you can see there, I almost slipped, and I had to try and quickly correct myself. Because once you've got past that, this is the easy bit. Don't fall. Fly over there. Get across the roof like you normally would, and get over to the bell. Now, I thought it was just get to the bell. You actually have to ring the bell. And as you can see on the bottom right there, I got that achievement. So that was using the debug menu on Steam and PC. If you've already got Rahab, and you've done it, and you're like, yeah, I don't want to go... As amazing as the game is, I don't want to go through it all over again. This is your solution. You will require the debug menu, though. So it is basically cheating. But what you can do is just create a second save. Save it somewhere. Or, you know, that way you don't have to go through the intro sequence all over again. And you can just load up in the underworld. Do the steps I've shown you. Jump straight to near the boat section and go through it. If you're doing this legitimately, all you have to do is make sure you get across that boat without landing in water, get to the portal, activate the portal, save. That is your save point from there. And then it's just a matter of trying to get past all the pillars and stuff so you do not fall in. And there's I've pointed out those few spots. If you stuff up and you're using the debug menu, you're going to have to go through most of this all over again. You might be able to use the portal, but I found that just put me back into a restart loop, and I had to go through the tutorial again. If you're obviously doing this normally, you don't have to worry about that, because once it loads, you just load it in the underworld and you just use the portal to get back, because it's all done. So there we go. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. Subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment. I do check my analytics, and I do notice that a lot of you are not subscribed, so make sure you subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.